My name is Hinkson, musician, composer, producer, songwriter. I'm Saint Lucian. I grew up in town, what is now called Baccara, which used to be the Bacafai. I don't know who changed the name. Since I left there, I have to go back and make some queries. But that is where my musical career began to take off. That's where I started the True Tunes. And my history has been a long one with the True Tunes, and we became an institution in Saint Lucia. I started to record the True Tunes very early. I got signed to CBS Records. I was with West Indies Records out of Barbados, and then West Indies Records got a deal for me with Warner Brothers. So a lot of things happened early for me in my musical career. And then I went on I started to tour. And one of my biggest performances was the Super Bowl halftime show. And I got my music on soap operas like One Life to Live. So I was fortunate in that things happened for me very early. And I think it was because I started to write my own songs and record my own songs very early in my career. And the True Tunes, we were together for about maybe over 20 years. And then I went off solo after we were disbanded. And since then, I've been doing my own thing, I've recorded about 4 CDs of my own as a solo artist. I'm currently at number 27. I was number 26. I dropped to number 27 on the smoothjazz.com charts. Saint Lucia has so much talent, man, especially among young people, man. A lot of great talent. A lot of great singers, a lot of great young musicians, and what I'm also very impressed with is that a lot of the young people write their own songs. So I think the future of music in Saint Lucia is in really good hands. Even the guys doing the January segment, man, these guys are very creative. I gather the government has allocated like $2 million in the budget now for the creative industry. And I want to commend the government on that. But I would suggest that a lot of that money, a great deal of that money, is allocated to marketing the music. Because there's a lot of great music happening in Saint Lucia. A lot of great music being produced. But if you don't spend money marketing the music, then it's going to die here. So I think some of that money should be used to market the music and to position the artists who are doing it. With people like Export Saint Lucia on board, it makes life a lot easier for them now than when I was growing up. We didn't have anything like Export Saint Lucia before. And so they must liaise with Export Saint Lucia, go ask questions, go ask questions. What can Export Saint Lucia do for me? Because music is a product. It's a product, and the function of Export Saint Lucia is to export what is marketable from Saint Lucia. And so I want to advise young musicians to keep talking to Export Saint Lucia and see where the opportunities are and what they can do for you. We need to continue that kind of dialogue and arm our artists with information that is relevant to the industry, because this multi-billion-dollar industry, we must get our share of it, man. And that can only happen if we educate ourselves. And the education process that Export Saint Lucia started must continue. It must be an ongoing thing, because we want to know that every successive generation benefits from what you're doing, what Export Saint Lucia is doing. I'm hoping that Export Saint Lucia continues what they're doing to bring in experts who can disseminate information that is very relevant to the industry, particularly with regards to our young people connecting to the international market, because they need an international platform, so they can succeed. We can continue to collaborate with the musicians, particularly the young ones, and if ever I'm needed, I'm there.